got something today, and this is a video that's going to be based kind of off of something I saw recently. Another YouTuber, the Torque Test channel, actually tested a similar device to this one out. And the one we're going to bring to you guys today is the manufacturer's called, and I'm going to butcher it, guys, AureateLiving. And maybe I'll put the listing here for you guys to see what it looks like. But this is the unit that was shipped to me. And it looks very similar to a lot of them that are actually on Amazon, of all places, is where this one's found. And pricing kind of goes all over the place, too, because each manufacturer or reseller is really what it is, because there's no stamping, branding, anything on these whatsoever. They all look the same. The only thing that differentiates is they'll use a different color for the collars, or they'll use, in this case, they added a silicone grip to help maybe take out some of the vibrations, but also make it a little bit more grippier. But otherwise, and then some added extensions in there as well. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted the ratchet here itself. And again, guys, as always, I'll put a link down below so you can see which one this is. At the time of me buying this one, it was the best price by far, and because there's some sneaky tactics they put in there for shipping after the fact, and we'll get into price here towards the end to let you know what you're looking at price wise. But this one was the best priced, and it looks and feels, well, I can't say I don't have the other one, but looks-wise and functionality-wise is the same as the one that I believe Torque Test channel used. So, that being said, this video is going to be us using it. We're going to use it a little bit. We're going to go through it, just kind of show you what's up with it, why it's unique, and why you might want one this for yourself, because there is, well, I'll say right now, there are certain scenarios where this is going to be very handy for you to use, and we'll go into that here in this video. So, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so a little bit of a rundown on this. Again, it's very slim here through the neck. I mean, you're talking about dimensional wise, especially for something that's going to have an impact rated tool on the back side of it, powering it. This thing is only going to come in at 30 millimeters and some change, and then the total head is going to come in at 38 almost. And then from front to back, total dimensions, you're coming in at 46 millimeters. Tight, especially when it comes to comparison to other devices, or even this guy, right? If you have an impact and you're trying to work in an engine bay or on suspension, that gets cumbersome real quick, and that's why they make the smaller head designs, and they keep trying to make them smaller and smaller, hence this smaller, 90-degree kind of impact from Milwaukee does the job and works great. But the challenge you have, and this is a 3/8" drive, is having the amount of power needed, especially, let's say, for a crank bolt on your engine. Those are extremely difficult to get off, and unless you want to pull your radiator or pull a whole bunch of stuff in between, you don't have a whole lot of options. And that engine just wants to keep turning unless you can find a way to lock it out. So, and in some cases you can, in some cases you really can't. And that's where an impact works great. Well, that's where this works great, is you're going to be able to take it and insert it on the end like so, and then it transfers that power all the way through. Now, is it super smooth? Not really. And maybe that's, yeah, I feel like it's just not perfectly true on this one. Now, are all examples that way? No, but I'm really trying my hardest to keep that straight. It turned out all right. But that's what it's doing, is it's, oh, come on. It's essentially running the mechanism on the end, like a traditional 90-degree ratchet. It's just running that mechanism like so. And then you can take it and turn it, obviously to tighten, and you just keep inputting the direction that you want it to go. Now, I could change that too by hitting the reverse button now. But if I hit the reverse button, it still goes the same direction. And I will note too, if you want to get maximum impacts out of this, you're going to want to run it in reverse, because impacts traditionally hit harder in reverse. So if it really comes down to it, I would say apply in the forward motion, and then when you want to take it back off, take it in reverse motion. That way, you're always having more power removing than you are putting on. It's a little fail-safe to do, obviously. So I'd say try to go that route. Now, for whatever reason, I'm going to give you a little bit of specs on this. For whatever reason, they say this is designed to work 37 to 74 foot-pounds. I think it's able to do much more. I think it's underrated. But they do claim that they stress test these for over 200 hours. I don't know if they do them every each one, but I think they probably pull a batch off and test them off to make sure that they work as intended. Now, as far as internals, they're claiming chrome vanadium. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they have some nice parts inside there. Hard to tell. I do like that it's serviceable on this end. The anvil looks pretty good. Actually looks pretty clean. This is going to be made in China, as far as I know. Not much paperwork came with it when it came, but that's my consensus. And then you could remove this ring if you need to get in there and service it, pull out the head, get inside their lube. It did come with plenty of lube, which is very nice to see. You see the mechanism down inside there. And then you have your reverse and forward lever here. Pretty nice. It is nice too that it sits kind of as a protector here. It kind of keeps it out of the way. You don't want to be clipping that as you're working on it on your vehicle. But I mean, all in all, the design is actually pretty good. And it's hefty. It's not light. It feels solid. Let's talk price now. Now, pricing is all over the place. I think you can almost pay up $100 if you want to for it, which in itself isn't a bad deal. But I purchased mine, I want to say for right around $50, which is great. I think most of them price in about 60 or 70. Right now, there's a coupon for it. Again, I'll leave it down below for you guys, so you get it down to like 54 currently, and possibly even more. They had a couple other coupons shooting on there, so I'll link it for you guys if you're interested. $50 for something like this. I mean, that's just for you pay that for just a regular Ratchet. So I think really good price, especially if it ends up working. So we'll go ahead, we'll set up here. I'm going to show you guys how it works on a crank bolt. Let's see how it works at pulling off. All right, so what we're seeing here is, obviously there's the pulley, and we're going to have the crank bolt down inside there. In ideal conditions, you're going to have your impact gun like this available to just go on and go ahead and put it on there and then tighten or loosen as needed. But when you're inside an engine bay, you're going to have a fan, you're going to have a radiator, all blocking access to this. And there's no way to get inside there unless you have something with a 90-degree angle. And for me, for smaller projects, if I'm lucky, this guy will get to it, like a Milwaukee. And there's larger ones too, guys. But this guy will get down inside there, and you could get enough ugga-duggas on there to remove the bolt. But this doesn't always work because it's just not the right size, and sometimes that head just gets too big and to fit into places, even though it's more slim profile than a full-size Ratchet. That's where this guy comes in handy, is because it is still going to be a Ratchet-sized impact, and it easily enough fits on there like so. And you could go ahead and try to do it by hand, which obviously it isn't coming, but then we'll go ahead and use the impact and see if it pulls it off. All right, so I had to bump it up just a little bit higher, but it eventually did it. It actually took off this bolt that you see here. Here you go. So that was impacted on. I was able to get it off. Now, is there a loss? You could ask yourself, well, if I put it on by hand, let's say 150 foot-pounds, am I able to put 150 foot-pounds to this to take it off? And I'll tell you right now, that's not going to happen. I think you're probably going to lose about 20 to 30% of your power trying to run it through this head, as opposed to trying to run it through a straight-on unit. So, is it a end-all be-all solver of your problems? No, but I think in a pinch, if you got a strong enough, I mean, and guys, I'm running an older Ratchet. This is my DCF 899, nice trusty brushless 3-speed, and it's able to get it off. I want to say this one's probably put on closer to maybe 100, 120 foot-pounds. That worked okay, but you saw there it took a little bit of work to make that happen. I mean, it still feels solid. I don't see anything. I mean, that's still tight in the head. That's not low backtrack either. It's kind of in the middle, but it's not. It doesn't have a ton of play. It still feels pretty solid. I mean, although the whole thing bounces around, you get used to that, but I think it did okay. I mean, for the price, I say it's worth the shot. Give it a run, see for yourself. For $50, that's actually a pretty killer product. So, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, guys. Is this something you guys would jump on and run on your own setup? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your money? Or do you think there's something else better out there? I'd love to hear all about it. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.